Hi, everyone. As I said last week, I will not be here today. I'm on a meeting in central office. So I wanted to give a brief video just to explain and go over some of the elements on the outline and graphic organizer that you guys have to have done before you can start working on your final project. This is what it looks like. It should be under Google Classroom with today's date. And one of the very first things I want you guys to consider is what type of emotions you want your audience to feel about your topic. Believe it or not, no matter what you're studying, there's going to be some kind of emotional attachment involved in each of these topics. Do you want them to be upset, energized, excited, angry, sad? Do you want them to be moved to take action? Do you want them to be aware of an issue that's going on? How do you want them to feel? Okay. Next, I want you to consider the events or people that are associated with this topic. So I think of this as kind of like your background information. Okay, who is being affected by this? What's happening? What's going on? Is it a very localized, tiny issue? Is it a big, broad national issue? Where is it? Who is being affected by it? Okay. The next thing is something I did not ask you to take notes on specifically, but if in the course of your research you've discovered some key vocabulary that might not be readily known to everybody, please put that down here and try to explain it somewhere. So if you're doing a Google site, maybe have like a page for key terms or something like that. For instance, in climate change, I might define climate change. I might define global warming. I might define greenhouse gases. Some of the things that keep popping up that not everybody might know. Okay. The next box, I just want you to really highlight your statistic and show how it shows the importance of your issue. Okay. If for some reason you don't think that your statistic is your most powerful piece of information, then you can go ahead and use your personal or professional quote. If you think you have like a quote from someone affected by the topic, that's much stronger than your numerical data. Okay. Next, everyone has to consider the images and or backgrounds that are going to be used in your video, site, infographic, whichever. Okay, so you can insert images here, you can copy and paste them, you can just briefly describe them, but please consider what type of things you want your audience to see. If you're doing a video, are you going to have videos and images on the screen? What are those going to be? Are you going to have a green screen video and have them behind you in the background? If you're doing a website or an infographic, you want to have some type of visual data or visual element to your piece. So please also consider that and do that here. Okay. Make sure that your images are fitting to your topic. If you are studying cryptocurrency, you don't need images of space galaxies and whatnot. If you're doing space galaxies, then maybe images of like fluffy bunnies are not so appropriate here either. If you're doing a video, what type of music do you want to use? Okay, this is also kind of tied into this first question and why I asked it. What are some of the emotions you want people to feel? If you want people to be angry or upset about something, then maybe using soft, delicate, light piano music is not the choice you want to make. Okay, try to make your music and your visual choices tie into what your topic is and how you want your audience to react. Okay, these emotions that we have here. Okay, if you're not doing a video, if you're doing an infographic, or if you're doing a website, then you're probably not going to use music. So you don't have to do this question. Finally, everybody should either have a catchphrase or some type of catchy title for their piece, their project. Okay, a catchphrase is similar to like the hook of an essay, how you're going to draw people in to watching your video or listening to what you have to say. And a catchy title, how are you going to draw people into looking at your website or clicking on your infographic? Okay, once you've completed this, if you are doing a video, you have to come down and complete a script before you can begin filming. Okay, what I've set up here is kind of a general outline or template of how a script might go. You don't have to use this exact format if you don't want to. If you have another idea and you know kind of a different way that you want it to go, you can just delete this and get rid of it and do your own thing. but I find that some people have trouble with script writing versus other types of writing. So I've set this up that you can just maybe kind of take some of your information and fill it in, right? So start with your hook or catchphrase, maybe introduce your statistic as kind of like a wow moment, then relay your background info, explain more of what's going on, talk about your personal or professional quote, and then add in your additional facts. One thing you should also have here too is a closing, which I will add here. So also think about a closing, how you're going to sign off of your video. Once you've got that completed, then you can go ahead and start recording in WeVideo. You guys can use the same group that you were in last time and just create a brand new project from scratch. Okay. Email me if you have any questions. I will try to be checking every so often, especially when I know you have class time. And I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible.